problem that I found very instructive in a book that I was reading recently. And for me at least, it really, I really appreciated it because I know that when I was first playing chess, I had a very high intuition for what a good move would look like. And when my opponent played something that didn't look good or wasn't good, it was always very irritating to find a way to punish it correctly and efficiently. And this little chess problem will give you an idea of how to correctly assess a position and punish your opponent in a positional way. Okay, so the game went e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, all book, and here black played the move b6. So obviously we can tell that his idea is to develop his light square bishop and put potential pressure on white's e4 pawn. Now, there's a reason why this is not book, and before I go any further, I want you guys to pause this video and take as long as you need, but as white, what would you play in this position? Okay, so I know that when I first saw this position, I really didn't have a good reason for playing a specific move. I kind of just played what looked good and aggressive and made sense. And to me, that was the move d4. And I'm sure some of you, or at least most of you, played that move. Now, the move itself is not a bad move, but it's certainly not the best move. Yes, it does control the center, develop pieces, gain space. It does everything that we're supposed to do in the opening. However, when your opponent does something dubious, you have to specifically make a move that directly takes that into account. And in this position, it doesn't do that whatsoever. If we back up a move, the move b6 has weakened the square of c6, which is being used by the knight to defend the pawn on e5. So in a way, he's indirectly weakened his pawn. So the best move in the position is actually to play bishop to b5. This puts direct pressure on the knight, which puts direct into pressure on the pawn on e5. And it's a strong move because it potentially makes this pawn weak. As you can see, it makes it awkward to defend this pawn. This move won't work, obviously. This is awkward. Excuse me. The queen here is awkward. Bishop here is awkward. It makes the pawn more weak. And it also has the blatant threat of taking the knight followed by taking the pawn. Now, the reason d4 is not as strong is because it allows black to trade off his potentially weakened pawn with e takes d4. So you guys need to, you need to follow principles, but you also need to actually take into account the position and what's going on. Whenever you analyze a strong Grandmaster's game, they don't come up with these moves just by intuition. It's actually analyzing the position and taking into account what's actually going on. Now, this isn't game losing, obviously, but it makes your game a lot stronger if you actually take into account what's going on. Anyways, thank you guys for watching my video, and I hope it helped you out. Bye.